A crisis has developed with the house Brian and Andrew are building in Crete.
Well, the price that we agreed has now risen by, nearly 25%?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very angry, actually. I'm trying to keep calm about it, but I'm very angry.
The house has unexpectedly grown, and so have the costs.
And the basement's bigger than the villa upstairs. This is enormous. This is where the additional cost has gone. Bloody hell!
Douglas, the developer, says pay up or he'll take the house back.
I am losing patience.
Well, we are as well.
Thanks very much.
When they can't raise the extra money, it looks like the whole project is in jeopardy.
Way over what we said we'd spend. And we ain't got any bloody money, Brian.
I know you haven't.
Basically.
I know you haven't got any money. I'm not asking you for any money.
Is that an abandonment then?
It could be an abandonment of this project.
Brian and Andrew and their friends Pete and Les have been given an ultimatum by Douglas, the developer. They have to pay the extra costs or say goodbye to their dream. After much agonising, they've come to a decision. They are going to go ahead and cover the increased costs by putting a hold on the finishing touches.
It puts a few things into more of a long-term project than they originally were, and it's the old adage that the one thing you can never change is the location, and obviously this is prime location. Fabulous. It's unbelievable, really, isn't it? Now you've seen it, and
it's always how I envisaged it.
the other things can follow on later, but this you could never recreate.
No.
If it means we have to work a little bit harder for a little bit longer than we had originally planned, then so be it. The end justifies the means.
It's cost considerably more than we'd wanted, a 25% increase, but we're prepared to sacrifice. Some of our more luxurious ideas, if you like, we were going to get a big fridge where we'll have to make do with an ice box. We're looking for a second-hand three-piece suite. I have got to get work now. I've got to get work as soon as we get out here. I've got to start earning an income, because that small capital that we have left is going to whittle away. Well, the neighbours have moved in.
This.
Brian and Andrew call Pete and Les to put them out of their misery.
Hello, Pete.
Hello, Brian. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm better after a night's sleep.
Good, good.
We're meeting Douglas at lunchtime.
Yep.
And we're prepared to go ahead with it.
Yep. Good.
Right. Now, the only thing is, Pete, that is not going to please you particularly is that we're going to have to go for that cheaper pool.
Well, it's a pool, isn't it?
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Love to Les. Bye.
2,500 miles away in Wales, Pete and Les breathe a huge sigh of relief.
I'm very happy that we have decided to go ahead with it. I'm still feeling a bit peeved that, we were held over the barrel. And so, and that will never ever go away. But, let's march on to the...
And it's strange dealing with it, not being with them as well. Having to sort of come to decisions and hoping that we all agree.
I know Brian and Andrew are going to be our push to find that additional money, but I think it will be best for all of us that we go ahead with it. They come up with the money, and then we'll have to look at ways of doing bits and pieces, that won't now get done because there won't be the money.
Brian and Andrew break the good news to Douglas. Their relationship has been frosty of late, and they decide to mend bridges by taking him for a celebratory drink at a local taverna.
And we've decided to proceed right throughout the project, including the pool.
So in terms of getting everything in order, I guess we can expect to have a letter faxed by your solicitor maybe sort of Wednesday of next week.
At the latest. And for that we get the villa, we get what we've asked for inside, we get the pool, we get the road to an acceptable standard to gain access.
Fit for use.
Fit for use, yeah. We need you to confirm that this is the price, that's it. And I think we're cooking on gas. And we will be.
It's not that way.
I'm happy. We've got where we are, and we can now look to settling our life.
I think it's going to go very well, Brian. Good luck, Andrew.
Yes.
Let's have a toast.
Yeah, must. Yes.
While one relationship is mended, back in England, another looks ready to crack. The manufacture of the huge window Brian has commissioned was put on hold during the cost crisis. And this has caused huge headaches for John Harvey, the sales manager.
It's back on, would you believe it? We've got a major problem now. He's given us a 2-week delay. He doesn't realise a week's hold isn't a week added on the programme. A week's hold could be 2 or 3 weeks added on the programme. We have production slots booked, we have time booked with our engineers to do the trial operation. It may even mean that we work in 2 shifts overnight to try and bring the build time down to its barest minimum. He's causing me so much grief, it's untrue.
Communications between John Harvey at Solar Glass and the build team in Crete have never been particularly smooth running. And having taken a good look at the plot, Brian and Andrew are now concerned there may be a problem with the positioning of the slot for the window.
Well, I have got one little major concern, actually. I don't think they've made that hole in the right place for your window. I don't think it's in
You
the
think
right
it's too proud out, don't you?
I think it's too far out.
Yes, so do I.
So they've arranged to meet Mikhailis, the architect, on site to discuss the window in detail.
Have they got the slot in the right place? Yeah. Is it in the right?
I hope that for the company it will be good. No, I looked at their plans, I left. I never used something like this. So the first time, maybe it will fall the window, but it's okay. I'm sure that they are going to bring an extra one because
They are bringing another one, yeah. But no, it just looked as if it was outside of the...
No, it's inside. It's inside. The column.
The column is there, is it? Stops there, will it?
Yeah, 1 centimeter.
Which is...
Okay, if you're happy.
I would be happy if I will see it on site working.
Yes.
That's very, very important.
We have some detailed drawings there for
They've
you.
given me a set of plans to give to you.
Oh,
the
excellent.
By exchanging plans, they feel they've done their bit and keep their fingers crossed that everything will be okay.
First floor.
There's now just one last outstanding matter Brian and Andrew need to sort out.
We need a name for this
We need to
villa.
think of a name for this place.
Something from Greek mythology.
Well, yes.
What a tourist. Call it Theodosia, like her name.
Boadicea.
Theodosia.
Theo.
Theodosia.
Theos?
Is what gives you
right.
God? Is there
God given.
God given.
Oh.
Direct her because you remember the name.
That's right.
Mine, forget it.
Sweet.
The newly named Villa Theodosea is now back on course. And after all the stress they've been through, Brian and Andrew feel they deserve a good Greek night out. There's much to celebrate. They've saved their dream house, and if all goes to plan, they'll be moving into it in a matter of weeks. There comes a time in any self-respecting Cretan night out when the tables are pushed aside and the serious business of Greek dancing begins. The locals love visitors to join in, whether they know how to dance or not. though no stranger to fancy footwork, Brian admits defeat and adds dancing to the list of skills he's going to need for a new life in Crete.
I will learn. I will be the best English Greek dancer. I'll do it. It's so good. Love it.
You didn't knock a table over
I
this
never
time.
knocked a table over.
With the increased costs leaving them with a financial hangover and the big move only weeks away, this is the last relaxed moment the boys will have for some time. Now their house in Crete is back on track, Andrew and Brian have returned to their jobs in England, but not for long. They're moving permanently to Crete in a few weeks' time. Brian has worked at Safeways for 7 years, but now the day has come to say goodbye.
Well, this is my last shift, and in fact it's probably about my last 5 minutes. And then I hand over and go. This is the part that I really dread. It's sort of saying goodbye.
Brian's been here a long time, and it's a great man. We all get on well with him, and he does a good job, and he keeps everybody, when they're down, he comes up with something to keep them going.
Devastated, aren't we?
Yeah. In truth.
I mean, we wouldn't tell him.
But
that.
don't tell him.
Don't tell him. We're
tell him.
absolutely devastated.
Personally, I'm quite glad to see the back of him now. No, it'd be a sad time when Brian leaves. I think what he's doing, going away and starting a new life, is fantastic. I think he's a brave man, and I think fair play to him. I mean, if I could do it, I'd be gone tomorrow.
Come to say goodbye.
I am. I want you to go.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, darling. All the best.
Yeah, it's
Send
been
me a
great,
postcard.
hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
I miss you.
Good too.
All right.
Yeah.
Little something for you.
Oh.
There's more to come.
Bye, love.
I'll see you soon. Okay.
The very, very last time. My hands are shaking, actually. Because effectively I'm out of work. That hasn't happened to me.
As Brian leaves his job with no new job lined up and the knowledge that the costs in Crete have escalated, it's a very scary time. He is also leaving behind his parents, both in their 80s.
He's going, 4-hour flight away, where if there are problems we can't get to him quickly.
And he can't get to us.
He can't get to us.
Brian's gone and set up his home here, but it's always been local. Now it's a long way away, and we can't give him quite the support that we did before.
I think the first 6 months are going to be very difficult. Getting used to the area, and in Brian in particular realising that he is on his own. I'm sure they will be happy, but all at the back of my mind, I should be thinking, oh, is he okay?
I think he's going on an adventure, and I'm all for an adventure. I've always been for an adventure myself, and I should be glad that, see him set up properly and enjoy himself and do what he wants to do, really.
It's now just 2 weeks until Brian and Andrew leave for Crete, and time to say goodbye to their families and friends. It's the first time Andrew's brothers have had a chance to see the house.
Well, that was it. The plot here. That's right, a couple of months ago. Now, Drive down, and that's it. Emerged from the trees.
Yes, isn't it?
We're going to call it Villa Theodorus, which we're told, you can verify this.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
God's gift.
God's gift, that's right. Well, the civil engineer architect, lady civil engineer architect, her name was Thea. And she was the one that suggested we call it that, because we wanted a suitably Greek name. We didn't want to call it Zorbas or, a British name. It has to be something Greek.
He's been talking about it long enough. It's nice to see he's actually doing it, but it's worrying, I think.
It's worrying. It's a big step.
It's a big step.
We're worried about it as well.
It's a big step.
We're here to send off Brian with a load of red wine, with loads of his old friends, so it's been magic, isn't it?
Yeah, very nice.
Magic.
Order! Can we have quiet in those cheap seats out there?
Cheap? How dare you? Cheap 1 and 9s?
Can I, first of all, just say thank you all so much for coming tonight. It's absolutely brilliant. This house is going to have a real good ending as far as our occupation is concerned. Now, we've just got a few flowers here because the lady that looked after all the food, my mummy,
Bless.
who's here, that's for you. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Not to mention her able assistant.
Her able assistant, Diana, my eldest sister. We're going to have a great life in Crete. I don't know if they're ready for us.
They'll be all right.
We're going anyway.
I'm sure they're not ready.
Brian, is ever anybody ready for you?
But we will make an impression. We will.
Good or bad. Good or bad, yeah.
Carry on, regardless.
Carry on.
Yes, come on.
After the party, Pete and Les returned to Wales to pack for a 2-week holiday to Crete. They want to help Brian and Andrew get off to a good start in their new life by helping them settle into their rented accommodation.
We originally weren't going to go out at this stage because the property isn't ready. So, but we've volunteered to help them out getting the animals over there, particularly at Heathrow and more probably Athens, where we've got a little bit of a wait.
I think it would be too big a job just for the two of them to do on their own, because they're going to be a bit uptight as it is anyway. So anything we can do to sort of ease the burden a little bit for them, we're only too willing to do.
Right, sit.
Brian and Andrew dote on their pets and have been worrying about them being traumatised by the big move.
No! You're not driving. Wait a minute. Go on. No.
This really is a nightmare. Oh, right, one in.
Now just calm down.
They shouldn't. Doesn't matter.
Just calm down.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I've forgotten their passports, I've forgotten their inoculation forms, I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Like all doting parents, they discover there are always 1,000,001 things to remember when travelling. And this is only the first leg of their journey. They've decided to put the animals in kennels for a week while they pack up the house.
The cats. George, Wallace and Gromit, that's the paperwork.
You want to bring them up?
Yeah.
Come on, George.
They're a bit traumatised with the journey, the snow's worried them.
Stay there for a minute, Brom. Here you go, Wallace. Get little Wallace. You'll be fine, Wallace.
That's Wallace.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
I feel guilty that we're putting them through stress because of something that we want.
We'll see them again before we go.
Well, we'll see them at
check-in.
We'll see them at check-in, yes.
We won't come back and see them here. It's not fair because it will unsettle them.
No, no.
24 hours and they all settle down.
Free from their parental duties for the time being, it's back to finish the packing. But there's one animal Brian seems to have left behind.
Do you know if they've packed by a giant cock?
No, I think it's
serious.
I think it's over this.
No. This is another giant cock.
Oh, another giant
I've got two cocks actually. So if you could treat it gently.
All right, sir. I'll take care of your giant cock.
Thank you very much. Everything you've done so far has been brilliant, but these figurines are quite, well, they're fragile, put it that way. I mean, anything.
Sentimental.
Yes, they are. And these two pieces here, I remember when I bought that one.
Packing up the security of the last 20 years of his life and moving towards an unknown future is making Brian feel very vulnerable.
You happy then, yeah?
I think I've held myself together, but you know, it's a very, very sad time, and
we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
I hope so.
Yes, there's been a few tears along the way, but you know, it's getting him to look forward, not backwards, because you can change the future but you can't change the back, and you will always have those memories.
Although people say look forward, as I say, everyone's saying no, you've got this wonderful life. I have got a wonderful life coming up, I know I have, but this is a very, very special house.
Yeah,
that's it.
put the light on.
My chair.
Your chair was there. Television was there. Let's go. Let's go. Got a big journey ahead of us. Here we go. Oh well.
Good
That's
house.
it. Yeah.
Very good.
That's it. More time for Tom. New house. Warmer climate.
I know.
Hard act to follow though.
Impossible, maybe.
Oh well. Come on.
As Brian tries to curb his sadness about what they're leaving behind, they drive off to a brand new future in a foreign land. But their dream of a trouble-free life in sunnier climes does not get off to a good start. As their journey begins, flights are delayed by the first snow in Crete for over 50 years. The animals might have to travel separately because of club-class Persian moggies.
I haven't a clue what's going on. We're going backwards and forwards. I'm getting concerned about their welfare, and nobody really seems to know what's down. She's going back now.
And their plot looks like it hasn't seen a builder for some time.
That looked very much like a deserted building site to me. You know, with 4 weeks to go, I'd have thought there'd have been a sizable building team in there, at least doing internal work, even on a day like today.